Welcome to Control4 Driver Development Essentials. My name is Peter Cosenza. In this video series, we will learn how to develop device drivers for the Control4 system. This training is designed to be appropriate for beginners, but also to be useful for experienced programmers. The course curriculum contains three main sections. In the 300 level course, we will start by understanding the key elements that comprise a Control4 automation system, with a particular focus on the role and makeup of device drivers. We will also learn how devices are modeled using the proxy and protocol components, and how a driver interacts with the Control4 navigator, which delivers the user interface, and the Control4 director, which is the main engine in a Control4 system. We will then review criteria for evaluating a device to determine if it is a good candidate for interoperability. We'll also introduce you to Composer Pro, Control4's project management software solution that will serve as the interface between the project programmer and your driver. We will examine the elements in Composer Pro that enable the project programmer to interact with the device driver, including adding a driver to a project, commissioning a driver to the network, and adding both device and project level programming. Finally, we will introduce you to the tools that are available for developing drivers in the Control4 environment. These include the DriverWorks API, which is used to create device drivers, and Driver Editor, which is an integrated design environment for the DriverWorks API. Included in the Help menu in Driver Editor is the DriverWorks API documentation, as well as the user guide for Driver Editor. Additionally, the DriverWorks API calls are exposed directly within the Driver Editor environment. Finally, driver templates are introduced, and the mechanics behind using a template to jumpstart driver development is discussed. In the 400 level course, we take a deep dive into the anatomy of a device driver. That begins with examining the proxy and protocol layers and how they'll communicate with each other and director. While we're looking at the code that makes a driver work, we'll also examine how that code is structured and arranged in successfully written drivers. Next, we'll take a look at other components found in a device driver that are important to the driver developer. Elements such as helper functions will be discussed, and how other aspects of the DriverWorks API layer are used. We then return to Composer Pro at an advanced level and demonstrate how project developers can interact with your driver through its properties interface. We'll also discuss ways to extend your driver's functionality through the use of Composer Pro commands, variables, conditionals, and events. Finally, we'll take a close look at all of the navigator devices that the driver developer needs to consider when creating a driver. We'll look at code samples again and discuss how driver code should meet the needs of each of the navigator platforms. We conclude the Level 400 course with a look at best practices in developing drivers that facilitate good user interaction. In the T-Series, we will present and dissect driver templates for various proxy and driver types. We outline the conventions used within each driver template and provide examples of modifying an existing driver template within the Driver Editor environment to create a unique device driver. We will also demonstrate best practices for achieving a high level of interoperability in each device class.